welcome back to another episode of 10 Days of SpookyTober. Beetlejuice came out in 1988 and it was a hit instantly. It was by the director Tim Burton, featuring a creepy, weird, disgusting ghost named Beetlejuice. And of course, everybody fell in love with him, even though he didn't even have a main part in the movie. But it ended up being such a hit. They ended up having all of these different kind of extra movies off of it, and it ended up being a big franchise. But just in case you guys have no ideas what I'm even talking about, picture this: circa 1988.
He was no ordinary ghost.
Yeah, you don't want his help.
Can you be scary?
What do you think of this?
Now, the party's over.
You want somebody out of the house, I want to get...
Now, in case you guys are worried, Beetlejuice is not your typical horror movie. It was more so kind of dark comedy. It featured like all of these different ghosts and all of these different scenarios as to what can happen to you in the afterlife. And basically Michael Keaton, that played Beetlejuice, he made this character so freaking hilarious. It was hard to not even laugh at life and laugh at the most ridiculous shit that he was actually doing in this movie. I mean, he was like a super perv, constantly touching people and doing inappropriate things, and at the time I didn't even understand it, because I felt like it was like, why? I mean, because there was a couple, the couple was dead also. Beetlejuice is dead, and then if you like call his name 3 times, Beetlejuice, 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 he would come out of this like model town that happened to be in the home in the attic, and he would appear and he would so-called like help you out, you know what I'm saying, quotation marks, if you needed help, kind of like a poltergeist, kind of like scaring people off in your house and yada yada yada. And of course, this particular couple that happened to be dead also wanted to scare the new inhabitants of their home off, so they had to get Beetlejuice to help them out, and God helped them. It was such a crazy adventure. In this hilarious clip of the movie, Beetlejuice happens to be in the waiting room, basically purgatory, waiting, like it's basically a waiting room as if you're in a DMV. That's how they put it. And he's like feeling people up, and he ends up with the shrunken head, which happens to be absolutely hilarious. And I laughed so hard, and I think I rewinded it several times. Now, mind you, I'm like a kid, because it had to be like 1989, 1990 when I actually seen this particular movie, and I laughed so damn hard when he was getting his head shrunk down to nothing and he was screaming. It was the most funniest thing ever. I don't know what it is. Maybe I have like a weird kind of like dark sense of humor, because I find the weirdest things so fucking hilarious. But I'm telling you, that movie, it was definitely something that you guys should check out. Now, overall, the painting process on this particular piece was pretty great. It was pretty seamless, even though it seems like it was a little bit longer than some of the other stuff that I happen to be doing for 10 days of spookyTober. But I don't feel like it was that much longer. I think because I had such fond memories of this particular movie that the painting process seemed to be so much smoother. And then maybe because I feel a little better today, I'm feeling great, so it just was a smoother thing. So what I decided to do is I decided to go with a darker background. I wasn't happy with the lighter kind of hazy background that was going on in the picture, so I decided to put several layers of like purples and blues and browns to kind of really give this dark night sky, this dark kind of I don't even know, like surreal type of background, just so he can stick out and so it could have the same feel as if I was there in the movie, you know what I mean? And of course, okay, I decided in the end to put a little sparkles here and there into the piece, because with my Posca pen, okay, for those of you who don't know, I added a little acrylic like paint pen on this particular piece. So that was something a little bit new. I was kind of branching out. I wanted to see how it would look on the sign, see how it would look when I do little stars in the background. So yeah, I had quite a bit of fun with this, and of course I had to add a little sparkle. So yeah. Question of the day. What do you think we're going to be painting for our next episode of 10 Days of spookyTober? Go ahead and comment below. And if you guess the right answer, I just might slide you a free traceable on Facebook. And that's it. And that's all for today's painting, you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm so glad you guys are here for my series, 10 Days of SpookyTober. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the series, and I can't wait to see you for the next episode. And if you would like to support the channel, you can head over to patreon.com/creativegirlofcolor. And I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.